One, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in. You have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend.
So, what's your impression of Japanese people?
Limited.
Limited.
I grew up, part of my time I grew up in Seattle, well, north of Seattle.
I love Seattle. I used to live in Seattle for 2 years.
Oh, did you?
I served mission. So.
Oh, okay. I lived in Oak Harbor, Washington, on Whidbey Island. And that's probably where I had the most exposure to anyone from the Orient. But it was very limited.
Yeah.
So I will tell you in my mind what comes to my mind when I hear Japanese and culture. And these could be totally wrong.
Yeah, that's
so.
Yeah,
I would love correction because I'm ignorant, but I would say honor, decorum, and that they stay within the bounds of some cultural norms for their culture, honesty, and respect for tradition of former generations.
That's kind of culture we have. We still have old culture. Even though it's nowadays kind of different, you know, time is changing, you know, we have more new culture, but we still have an old traditional stuff.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How do you feel that you are received in our American culture? Do you ever experience unwanted prejudice, unforeseen prejudice?
Yes, I see that.
In what ways?
It's because, you know, it's a different culture, so I understand. So sometimes, you know, I would say that's just misunderstand, you know, because we don't know our background very much.
So I have another question for you.
Yes.
Would you want to see Japan change, or would you want to see Japan maintain that culture? Because, for example, if Japan becomes like New York, then we've lost Japan.
Yes.
There's no Japan. Exactly. So I see that sometimes our multicultural attitudes end up erasing all culture because we don't have the quiet subway or train in Japan. Everybody becomes like New York, or vice versa.
Yes. Well, I would say both.
Both.
Hopefully we can keep our traditional things, but at the same time, I want them to have new culture as well. I mean, develop.
So you want them to become a little more flexible in certain areas, but still maintain some tradition so that the identity of the Japanese, that if I travel to Japan, I still know this is Japan, and this is different.
Yeah, people like bow, you know, shake hands, you know, like that. Yeah, definitely, you know, I want them to have traditional culture, but I want to see more different culture as well.
Fascinating.
Yeah. You know, every country have good things and bad things.
For sure.
You know, but what I see, you know, I mean, in my experience, I feel like we could be better in Japan. We could be better. There's not a lot of people have experience in here. You know, people just find the answer in Google. People think they know everything.
What would you want to see changed in America?
That's a good question. Well, I'm still learning.
So am I.
I'm still learning American culture. I see that there's a lot of homeless people.
Yes.
A lot of homeless people.
Well, you saw that in Seattle. More than here.
Yes. Oh, there's a lot of homeless people in Japan too, but
Are there?
yeah, but I was really surprised. Like, there's so much homeless people here, and I don't know. Like, I know like government support. I know every state have different rules and different things, but I don't know like why there's so many homeless people here.
That is a concern.
Yeah.
It's a good critique.
Yeah. But what do you think? What do you think like your culture?
I would like to see, I think what you brought up, the issue of people who have illness, mental illness and homelessness.
Oh, actually, yes, mental illness.
I think those two combine and go together.
Yes. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of mental illness people here, and they're taking so many medicine, so many pills. My previous roommate too, he has a suicide thought. He's a student, he's going to UVU, he has a suicide thought, and he never go to school, just staying home. And when I talk to him, like he's really, like unstable, like out of control. Sometimes he's really mad, sometimes he's really quiet. He has a doctor appointment every week. The doctor just giving him the medicine. This is like, I don't know, like, maybe this is wrong, but I feel like just doctor giving the medicine. If you take
it's
this,
not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I would also like to see us protect freedom of speech, but maintain civility. We've gotten to the point in our country, in our culture, that it seems to be okay to bully, to call people names, to yell, to scream, but I don't feel that's right. Yet we still need to maintain freedom of speech, but there has to be the check of respect and self-control, which I think we're starting to slip down a slope, and we're lacking that. So.